AD2L captain role on the team is the title of this video I'm planning on making. Very little preparation done to this video. I'm Fireman, content creator, caster, last season winner of Intermediate. I may not have officially been the captain of that team. I feel like I was one, and that could be up for debate. I've been a captain on a few AD2L teams and contender. Um, fairly good results. Oh God, what was that? I'm doing this in one take. No complete strategy. I feel like I know a lot of captains and a lot of people that maybe want to be a captain sometime. Probably are going to watch this. I'm hoping they watch this video, and I hope they do. They say, you know what, he's just saying a bunch of shit, but maybe he's right. So you know, for me, what it was, I won't even get into what it is to be a captain, but what was it like to be a captain? You have a lot of people that are depending on you. You have to run around. A lot of people in this league are in their teens, early 20s. We run busy lives like college, after school sports. You have to balance your homework life. And straight up, we're all young adults, very bullheaded. There's no. I haven't played with someone over 30. You know, I give huge credit to Seth because he doesn't. He's the admin of this league, and like the main admin, and he's 30 something now. Maybe he's 40. I don't think he's 40. He's 30 something. Maybe like 30. I'll say 33 to be very generous. And he keeps running this league for all of us, and he barely ever complains. He runs every week. He keeps it up. He makes no money off of this. All you have to do is pay $5 for this league. That's it for your team. That's it. $5 sign up, and he puts you on a website. Keeps the website running. Winner gets a small prize. Heck, I don't even play for that small prize. I didn't even collect my $8 I won last season. I don't care. I'm just happy I'm at a place where I get to play Dota, and I think a lot of people are. Everybody sees competitive Dota played, and we're all like, man, wouldn't that be cool to play that? And AD2L definitely helps me there. I think there's and that's really fun. But I don't want to get sidetracked. I don't want this video to be extremely long because I actually want the captains to listen, or new captains, or people that see their captains. And I mentioned that $5. Paying $5 doesn't make you an actual captain. Yes, it gives you that pink role. It gives you captain, you know, in the AD2L website. But that doesn't make you captain. Just because of that, like, you can pick up four people. That doesn't make you a captain. And what does? I don't think being a drafter makes you captain. Yeah, normally the captain takes up that role, but I don't think that's either captain either. Is it being the best player? No. Sometimes the best player ends up being the captain because that's the easiest way to form a team if you're trying to form a team. Being like, hey, I'm the best. I'm going to get four people and they're going to listen to me because I'm the best, or I'm the best drafter. They're going to listen to me. I don't think that's all it takes. It's definitely not that $5. And paying that $5 gives a lot of responsibility to you. You can kick players off your team. You basically can say, this is, I paid the $5 so I can do whatever you want. And you know what, that's all fine and dandy, and someone has to take that responsibility, and I think that should be generally the person that pays $5. But I don't think that means you should be a dick about it. No, I'm not saying I'm a perfect person either. uh you know i I definitely, my captain style is I come on strong. I say, listen, I'm drafting and I'm going to tell you what to do, and this is my plan. But I hear my team out also. I think the biggest thing is, and I don't think a captain should be a boss. I think captain should be somebody that people that is going to be respectful and he's gonna lead by example, or she. Not many Dota girl players, so I apologize. I know a few. They're gonna, if they watch this video, yikes. And what does that mean? What does that mean? In the game, cool head. Just don't freak out. Don't yell at your teammates during the game. Maybe yell and call them dummies after the game because they deserve it. Own up to a mistake or two. Maybe not all your mistakes because you're the captain, so you don't want to be too flawed. No, I'm just kidding. Own up to your mistakes. Make sure people understand why you're calling them out for their mistakes. Make yourself better. Make your players better. And that's just in the game. Another thing, you have to be the one responsible. If you want practices, you have to be on these teenagers, these young 20-year-olds. And yes, there is some 30-year-olds in this league. Don't worry. I know there is. But I'll be real with you. There's some people in this league. They don't have a concept of time. They're gonna run late. You gotta hold them accountable. You have to contact them. Say, hey, we have a practice. Give them enough notice. Tell them when the game is. Have maybe you have to have a team meeting. Have a team meeting, a serious discussion with your players. And I think that falls on the captain. And maybe that captain could be like 20 years old. Okay, and I think that's a lot of responsibility. And people are like, "You're just captain of an amateur Dota 2 team." No, you're a captain of your team. There's four other people looking at you, listening to you. You are the captain. You are the soul of your team. I don't want to get into too much cheesy things and I mention a lot of things. I don't think it's I don't want to get too cheesy and be like, because I did like 2 minutes of googling what are the 3 C's of coaching: caring, courageous, consistent. I basically said that. Call your team out. Well, not call your team out. Play well. Be good. Nobody wants to listen to an asshole. I don't make money, so I can swear, right? Twitch. No, nobody wants that. You need to set practices, convince people to go practices, have team meetings, and if your team has a hard time making practices, tell them, hey, play 5 games a week in your role. It's pretty easy, easy going. Everybody has different roles. What if your team is very laid back? Well, that's okay as well. Then be more laid back. Don't expect to win if you want to win. And I know there is teams in this league that 100. Oh shit! What happened? What the hell? Sorry guys, I had a page open. There's lots of teams in this league that want to win. They built their rosters from fresh. They're not a group of friends. They're like, we want to win, and that's their only goal, and that's fantastic. And if you want to win, you need a good captain behind you. 100%. You need that rock on your team. I, I I've been on teams. People freak out, and I think my early seasons when I was a captain, or leader, I think I was one of them. I was very harsh. I wouldn't say I was freaking out, but I was very harsh in those games. I think my last couple times that was 180. Um, but that's not all. That's not all. Rules. You need to know the rules of the league. Now, the rules are updating. They're on AD2L's page. They're under rules. There's the Contender League, Intermediate, and Heroic. The only difference between those three is the badge maximum. Heroic doesn't have a badge maximum. There is good rules. There's a badge max. Players can hit one rank higher. And Contender, I don't know. I think Intermediate is in Ancient 4. I'd like to see. I'd like to see an allowance to let people hit Ancient 5. Like Contender, I think Intermediate has so few teams. I think that's important. I don't want to get distracted by the video, and I probably will make another video, and it could even be complaining about rules that Seth has. I think we can really revamp the rules. I think there's spend a lot of time, but I also understand Seth does this for free. He spends already a lot of time on this, and you know what? It's good enough. But there's some hardcore teams. There's some hardcore captains in this league. I I want to go back to rules though, and there is a rule going to be updating because I complained and other teams complained about it the last few seasons. And the only rule that is going to be getting changed is during the group stage. The flip function will be used for the first match, first game of the two. In the second game, the team that lost gets to decide their pick or side. And people are like, "What the hell is that? Why is that so important?" Being a captain, you know the strengths and weaknesses of your team. And I'll go back to drafting. And now maybe you're not the drafter, and this is for drafting. You know your team has probably a preference between if they want first pick or second pick. Or if they really they have a dire strategy or rating strategies, those exist. Um, maybe you want a side, maybe you want your pick. And it's unfair if one team gets both of those. It's very unfair if you don't even get yours because the other team's the same make of your team and they say, I want this. And that can be the deciding factor in winning or losing. So I'm really happy that's getting updated. I have a few other ideas as well. I think like the best of three for the playoffs. I think it should be how, especially for, I think to make the group stage matter, I think game one should not be a coin toss. I think it actually should go to the team with a better record that was considered the better seed. Game two goes to losing seed. Or you could do a coin toss to see who gets game one, game two. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be stale. And then game three goes to the team with the better record. Always. Always, always, always. And that gives incentive to be good during the group stage, gives the team a slight edge. It's not like, oh, well, double elimination or anything like that. I understand some teams get buys, but really, I'd like to see a little bit more, but that's on another scenario. Stand-ins. You cannot ask for a stand-in above or below. Make sure they have a Dota buff. Make sure they have their role shown. There has been a lot of instances, and I'll just briefly, and this is the job of the captains to know the rules. A team like Team Retro, nothing personal, they didn't have any players on their roster. I think it was them. I think it was Team Retro, right? Week one. I don't want to just call them out. They did not have a roster, and they still don't have players that are ranked. And they beat season 26 champs 2-0. 2-0. And they only had one player on their roster. They have people that aren't even ranked up. And as a captain, you're allowed to refuse that. Now, the issue is the captain accepted the match. They got 2-0, and now they regret it, and now they're complaining. And now listen, I played with these guys, and I on season Rhino and Mango, and I understand they felt cornered, but know your rules. If you know your rules as a captain, this wouldn't have never happened. You would not have had to play them. You could have been like, sorry, we're going to just take your free 2-0, contact an admin, contact a community admin. Heck, take a screenshot of their Dota buff and say we're not playing you because there's nothing on there. Now they cried Smurfs. I don't think they were Smurfs. I don't think they're Smurfs. Maybe one player, but I don't really think he was either. But he's still not ranked going into week two. Fortunately, and then a team did this again because we don't think they're Smurfs. Silver Breakfast Pandas actually did beat them 2-0. And it's like, well, if Silver Breakfast Pandas can do it, why can't you? To season 26 champs. It's a shame that you went with it. You could have got your 2-0. I think it was a good wake up call to you that you need to practice. I don't know. There's another instance this past week in intermediate league, and I was the substitute for this team, and I think I might make a video briefly about how to make a sub welcome. And I think Sinagang did a really good job of that. I knew a couple of the guys on the team. I knew Carl, and played a little bit with Urbo. I don't play much with him, but I'm aware of who he is. Really good position 5, by the way. Um, we are facing Team Ember, and Carl did not inform their captain, I believe it's Revamp, about me. No, I don't think in rules, and I'm trying to find out each guy. And like I did a quick search, and I could be completely wrong. Little video. I'm legitimately reading the rules right now. See, I don't stand-ins are allowed. Yeah, and stand-ins, there's no specific rule. There is no specific rule in the stand-ins currently that says as a captain you have to tell the team. It's been a common courtesy to tell the opposing team that you're using a stand-in. However, Revamp, and I understand, and as a when I was a captain, I checked every time. I asked them, are you using a stand-in? And I checked each individual player on Steam. If they're using a captain, I want to mention that isn't on the opposing captain. It'd be nice if the opposing captain did that, but it's also your role to be on the lookout for that stuff, to know your rules, to inform the team of a sub. Now, if you don't do that, it currently isn't in the rules, so you don't have to. But as a captain, you should look at the names. You should request Dota buffs. Right now, that's not in the rules to do any of that, so a sub doesn't have to. As long as the sub meets the badge requirements, it counts. Now, I will mention, and actually, maybe I'll save it for my other video that I'm making, but I don't think it made much of a difference, but it could make a bunch of difference. So a captain's job isn't it is to be consistent. I'll just go back to the 3 C's that I mentioned at the very beginning. Be consistent. Do this stuff. Look at the names. Do research. There's so much stuff you can do. Maybe you have to delegate all this stuff. Okay, we're going to do research on this team. It's going to be the position 3's turn. Okay, what do they like to play? Who do they have on the roster? And then my job will look and see when do they have 5 players? What 5 players do they have? Are they under the rank? Are they calibrated? Know your rules. Ask them for the player's sub sheet. Another captain should be able to give that. Ask for 5 minutes. People might act like dicks, but you can be like, hey, I deserve this stuff. They'll give it to you. I've done that in the past. I see nothing wrong with that. It's on the captain. It's both captains' jobs. So it wasn't just Carl slipping up. It was also team member slipping up. But you can't, nobody, But all these things that have been happening. Why is a team that's still not ranked played games? No, I think Silver Breakfast Pandas just wanted to play their game, and that's fine. And you could argue Season 26 Champs did that as well. There is a Smurf court going on in session. I don't think they smurfed. I'll be honest. I don't want to go too off of this video. I want it to be short. I'm hoping it has been short. Has it been short? It's been pretty short. But beep. I don't want to sidetrack too much, and I went one take. If I was trying to be very professional, I probably could make this an 8 to 10 minute video, multiple cuts. That's a lot of work. Just remember, you have to be positive, pump up your team, know the rules, help your team Talk them up. If you don't want your team doing something, don't do it yourself. Lead by example. Don't be a boss. Don't don't blame the team. It's just a bunch of things, and a lot of the I think a lot of these things can transfer into life. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I'm the best. I just know that paying $5 does not make you an actual captain. And if you want to win, you have to do a lot more than just pay $5. Anyways, I'm gonna end the video here. Shout out to Seth again for AD2L. I wanted to make this video to try to make it easier on him, and I hope people watch this. I hope people took something out of it. Let me know in the comments or send me a DM fireman. I'm in AD2L. Let me know. Did I miss something? Should I add something? I can make part 2. I'm gonna try to change up this content game. That's for sure. If you want predictions, Mad Max, Dylan, Mango, Jukester, all captains and that know enough about Dota. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye.